The helicopter crash occurred on the Auckland flyover while Telecom was setting up a Christmas tree. The cameraman's reaction was very New Zealand style, so calm that the camera barely shook, as if he had anticipated the situation.
You okay?
The moment the aircraft misjudged its landing at San Francisco Airport was fully captured by security cameras, leaving anyone watching in stunned silence. Everyone expected a perfect touchdown in Michigan, but a sudden malfunction turned that moment into total shock. The helicopter abruptly lost its balance and tilted, causing the rotors to strike the ground despite the pilot's efforts. It's hard to believe he was still able to walk out on his own. Maybe he shouldn't try again.
Oh my God!
Flames suddenly engulfed the aircraft on the Haneda runway following a terrifying collision right after touchdown. This VHS tape has lain dormant for 38 years, carrying the haunting memory of a fateful performance. I still vividly remember the shock of watching a wingman's aircraft blow both main tires upon landing. A moment of spectacular display instantly turned into an unforgettable tragedy. The footage captures the moment an Mi-8 flying low was struck by fire and went down in a field in Donetsk. This breathtaking confrontation reveals the terrifying intensity and precision of modern air defense systems. From Blackpool would have been perfectly peaceful if it weren't for the unexpected, uninvited guest that flew straight into the rotor blades. Perhaps the seagull was attracted by the sound of the helicopter. That's the auto-rotation technique, a miraculous lifesaver that helps helicopters avoid accidents. The sudden tipping of the AW-169 right on the Bolzano Airport tarmac left everyone in shock. It is truly miraculous that while the rotors were spinning powerfully, both pilots escaped narrowly without a single scratch.
Holy shit!
It is a profound relief that no casualties occurred after that dramatic Apache collision in the high mountains. Perhaps the thin mountain air created a scenario that even an experienced pilot could not have foreseen. A fateful landing in Fiji suddenly turned into a nightmare as the helicopter slammed into trees, leaving onlookers in total shock. It's hard to believe that all 7 people aboard the Eurocopter walked away from the wreckage without a single scratch. A heartbreaking footage captures the fateful 3-2 second flight of the AS-350B-3E in Colorado. It is truly shocking to witness the helicopter lose control, spinning before crashing into a parking lot amidst intense flames. The AS-350BA's impromptu stunt driving at Bear Creek suddenly turned into a tragedy when the hydraulic system couldn't withstand the excessive pressure. Miraculously, no serious injuries occurred.
Hello. Oh, shit!
The only thing I'm fairly certain of is that they must have been so scared they wet their pants in the final seconds of takeoff. The meaningful relief flight suddenly turned into a nightmare when the plastic tarp was blown away by the wind, crashing straight into the tail rotor of the R-44. A moment of carelessness with the foreign object completely paralyzed the aircraft. Dennis Kenyon's exhilarating performance in Utah suddenly turned into a nail-biting moment when the helicopter unexpectedly malfunctioned and crashed right in front of the audience. It was a relief, and incredibly, that the pilot was able to emerge from the wreckage unharmed.
Lady pilot.
Yeah.
It was heart-stopping to witness the treacherous terrain retaliate, and despite careful precautions, the incident still occurred. Fortunately, it wasn't too serious, but the pilot landed safely.
And then, tragedy.
The Aero L-29 Super Delphin experienced an unexpected incident in Reno. Witnesses saw the aircraft lose altitude and then crash violently onto the dry desert ground, creating a spark 20 meters long. The AS-350BA medevac helicopter was suddenly torn apart by ground resonance the moment it touched down in Brazil. It is a profound relief that the pilots and medical team managed to escape just before the aircraft completely self-destructed under violent vibrations. The reduced control of the tail rotor, combined with crosswinds, created an extremely dangerous situation, nearly causing the helicopter to swerve and tip over suddenly. This is a turbine Enstrom helicopter on the helipad of a Greenpeace vessel off the coast of Ireland. One of the deck straps was not properly released, nearly leading to a dangerous situation. Fortunately, the pilot's skill and quick reaction brought everything back under control in time. This video was filmed at Lake Hood in Anchorage, Alaska. In strong winds, controlling a seaplane on the water becomes extremely challenging, requiring the pilot to keep the nose pointed into the wind at all times. Turning downwind can lead to loss of control, so sometimes the aircraft must drift backward rather than forcing a turn using engine power. This is one of the ways aircraft end up going down in Alaska. Once again, a perfectly functioning airplane was brought straight into trouble by poor pilot judgment. I'm not a pilot, but it looked like a perfectly controlled emergency landing, allowing him to avoid a serious incident.
Pretty old one, isn't it?
Oh, they're all old.
Whoa! He lost a lot. Good hit.
The landing gear retracted unusually early, possibly due to a rough runway surface causing the control stick to be accidentally activated, sending the plane crashing to the ground like a pig without a leg.
Looks alright.
A Fisher Celebrity aircraft experienced an incident during landing at the 2014 Taiab Air Show in Australia. The plane bounced several times, veered off the runway, and struck a fence, causing one engine to detach from its mount. Fortunately, the pilot was unharmed and safely exited the cockpit. The Japan Airlines Boeing 747 swayed violently amidst powerful gusts while attempting to conquer the legendary Kaitak runway. Despite efforts to realign after an overshoot, the giant aircraft was caught again by the wind, leaving the crew in a heart-pounding situation. The impact was so strong that the landing gear of this Boeing 737 cargo plane collapsed as soon as it touched the runway. But fortunately, there were no casualties in the collision. This TBM Avenger had to make an emergency landing in the ocean, right next to a beach in Florida, after its engine malfunctioned. The moment this Boeing 767 approached an airport in Brazil left onlookers in shock as it flew so low, it nearly struck a mountainside just before the runway. It was a breathtaking landing where the line between safety and tragedy was measured in meters. Piloting a C-182 off a muddy, rugged runway in Venezuela is a true test of nerves. Bob Norton skillfully utilized the ground effect to escape the mud's grasp just in time. The pilot handled the situation brilliantly, like a magician in his own plane, smoothly and precisely, like a dragonfly landing on a branch. The Eurocopter EC-135 helicopter became stuck in thick snow, forcing the pilot to perform risky maneuvers to extricate the aircraft from the dangerous situation. A daring and risky maneuver by a SEM helicopter pilot as he approaches a severely injured motorcyclist on the Garraf Beach, Barcelona. A serious helicopter crash occurred on November 23rd in Auckland. The pilot miraculously survived thanks to the seatbelt. The incident happened while installing a Christmas tree.
Oh, sweet, look at that.
This phenomenon is called white haze.
Oh, that one just
With
crashed.
their vision obscured by snow blown up by the windmills, they should have left the area immediately.
Too much up crap.
The performance started smoothly and attracted a large audience. However, after only a few minutes, the situation quickly spiraled out of control, leading to an unexpected incident. Fortunately, no one was injured, and the pilot only suffered minor scratches. The helicopter was subsequently recovered, and authorities requested the pilot to submit a report to investigate the cause of the incident. The helicopter crashed while landing near a ship trapped in Antarctic ice floes. Demonstrates that even a moment of inattention can lead to a loss of control. This is an extremely dangerous area for landing operations. Watch this video. He almost regained control of the situation, but ultimately couldn't. Nevertheless, it's a very valuable lesson.